Now we are live. I'm pretty sure you can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can see me. So we are good to go. Hey folks, this is the Xander Finance YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be talking about our Bitcoin updates today. So today there are currently 2,350,512 Bitcoin that are left to be mined. These are Bitcoin that are not yet in circulation. And the total Bitcoin supply, I should mention, is not ever going to exceed 21 million. There are currently 18,649,000 Bitcoin in circulation. That's the Bitcoin in existence. And at the current rate, 900 new Bitcoin are being mined per day. This number will decrease at each halving event though, so it's not always going to be that amount. Over on CoinGecko, we do have Bitcoin's current price is $54,000, up 6% on the day, which is pretty good. Ethereum up 2% on the day, but 17% on the week. And Binance Coin up 22% on the day, which is doing really well. We can actually check out Binance a little closer. See, they have done quite well over the past couple, is this just day? Over the past couple months, they've done phenomenally well. Since February, they're up like, what is that, almost 10x, 5x, 5 to 10x, which is great. Over on TradingView, Bitcoin market dominance is currently 61%, so that is pretty much unchanged. As you can see over here, the Bitcoin dominance is falling a bit, and we want to keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance because the Bitcoin dominance will fall when money is flowing from Bitcoin into Ethereum or other altcoins. Typically it goes from larger cap coins like Bitcoin to not as large cap coins like Ethereum to smaller cap coins like anything 100 million to 1 billion market cap or so. So when we see the Bitcoin market dominance start to fall, we want to keep an eye out on altcoins because they will likely be the next ones to benefit from the current bull run. Over on Bitcoin treasuries, we do see that there is currently $74,696,000 worth, or $74,696,000,000 worth of Bitcoin stored in the treasuries of publicly traded companies, and publicly traded companies as of now own about 6.5% of the total Bitcoin supply. Cycle repeat, the chart is not working correctly for some reason right now. Let's try reloading this. Not found. Okay, cycle repeat, we did do this on our TikTok Bitcoin updates, and cycle repeats after having top was predicted to be around $730,000 per Bitcoin, which is quite a bit above our predictions, but they also tend to look more closely at previous cycles rather than the current cycle and the last cycle. Assuming we follow it from here on out, they have a pretty accurate end goal. So over on the stock to flow model, we do have a fair value of Bitcoin as of today, March 9th, of $50,416. The current value of Bitcoin, as we did discuss, is around $54,000, so we are a little bit overvalued. So Bitcoin may be on a bullish climb for the foreseeable future until we start getting near our cap at the relative unrealized profit loss. So we keep an eye on this indicator because anytime it hits 75 historically, it has been the peak of a bull run and we have a pullback. So we're at 70 right now, so we could still continue climbing higher with Bitcoin until we do hit that peak and then fall back. Over on the Pi cycle top indicator, whenever the orange line crosses over the green, it has historically, to a 3-day accuracy, indicated that we are at the peak of a bull run. So right now, orange still has not crossed over green, so we are looking good on this chart, still pretty bullish, which is a good sign. In terms of the bid-ask spread for Bitcoin, we do see a huge amount of support here at around the $43,000 level. So if Bitcoin falls at all, I don't think it'll be falling below that 43K, at least not today. And then we do see a huge amount of sell interest around 56,700 or so. So if Bitcoin's price goes up, it's probably not going to increase that much more over the next couple days because we do have this huge amount of interest in selling. If we do come over this bump, then there is not too much resistance until around the 60K level. So that might be where you see Bitcoin start to slow down on its climb if we do continue to climb. Over onto the news section, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, you may have heard of them. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is essentially the only place you can buy Bitcoin on the open market right now in stocks. So that's somewhere you could invest retirement savings into and things like that. The issue is that they historically have been trading at a 20 to 30% premium above the price of Bitcoin. And so now that we are seeing more Bitcoin stock alternatives, such as the one that just opened up on Toronto Stock Exchange in Canada, I think that the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust premium is going to continue to decrease. And that's basically what we're seeing here, that the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is plunging to new record low as competition from emerging rivals intensifies. Essentially what they say is that the amount of people interested in Grayscale Bitcoin Trust relative to other options is decreasing. So this is something to keep in mind, that it's a good sign of adoption. More and more people are picking up Bitcoin, and it's going to become more and more widely available on things like stock exchanges. The next article is the Bitcoin balances on exchanges are draining. A lot of money is actually leaving exchanges, which is a sign that people are holding Bitcoin longer term, because you can't really exchange Bitcoin when you are not on an exchange. This isn't so much the case with Ethereum because there are decentralized exchanges, but the decentralized finance infrastructure on the Bitcoin blockchain is not as robust as the one on Ethereum, and so there are just not as many people able to trade with Bitcoin when it's not on an exchange. So the fact that more and more money is leaving exchanges from Bitcoin indicates people are more and more holding long term, which will push up the price because there will be less interest in selling Bitcoin. So last article is just a friendly reminder for everyone that the IRS is a thing that exists, and so you want to watch out for that. So always report your taxes. Never try to do fraud. That's a bad thing. The IRS has officially launched Operation Hidden Treasure, which sounds kind of cool, to target unreported crypto income. So you want to keep this in mind because it's important to always report your cryptocurrency gains, because that is tax evasion if you don't. So just keep that in mind. It is kind of an unclear, murky area, so you definitely want to talk to a financial advisor about this if you have had many gains. If you hold your crypto for more than a year, it's taxed at a long-term capital gains rate, so you want to be conscientious of that, that if possible, it's best to hold on for more than a year for favorable tax rates. So that's pretty much it. I'm not seeing any questions on YouTube, so I'm going to log off here. And if you have any questions or anything pops up, then hop on over to TikTok to say hi. Otherwise, take care. Thanks so much for tuning in.